Good morning to all. Myself Shreya and today we are going to learn about the parts of seed and we are also going to talk about the food and mainly the difference between the fruit and the vegetable. So now let's start. Firstly, as we have learned in my previous video on the parts of flower, we have learned about the pistil and then stem and petals and so many more. So in that video, I want to tell you that I had a mistake in the spelling of pistil. Please correct it and sorry for the mistake. The spelling of pistil is Pistil. In that video I had written wrong. Instead of I had written E between the T and L. So please correct it. Pistil. Now let's start this video. So in my previous video we had learned that how does the seed is formed. So it is formed in the ovary, which is in the female flowers. Now, as we all know that after the pollination, we had talked about the pollination also. So after the pollination, the fertilization happened. Now, what is the fertilization? So the fertilization is a process in which the pollen grains, which are the male cells, get transferred to the ovules, which are the female cells. So that is fertilization and it is done by the help of the stigma and style. Now after the fertilization, how can a new plant can grow? Because the seed is in the ovary, right? So how does a new plant grow? So as we all know that the living organisms always born, reproduce and die. There is one, do you know that the plants are also the living organisms? Yes, they are. So they also die, they also reproduce, they also get born. There is one tree which I want to talk you about that is known as the oldest tree in the world, and the name of that is bristle cone tree, and this tree, that tree is present in the California, and it is said that it is 5,000 years ago. It was planted 5,000 years ago. That means its age is 5,000 years. Can you think about that? A human being couldn't live for 1 century and that is 50 centuries. Its age is 50 centuries. So it is, if you will visit the California, you can get a chance to see that bristle cone tree. It is very, very, very amazing and it is protected by the government so that they can preserve that tree for many centuries or for many time. Now, as we have learned that the living organisms also reproduce. So, the reproductive part of a plant is flowers, and the flowers produce or flower makes the seed. And when that seed is planted under the ground, when the seed is planted, then it starts growing into the new plant. So now we are going to learn about the parts of seed. So let's start. So here I have some corn and some peas here. So I have some peas here and some corn and some sprouts also. So now as we all know that these three of them, these all are seeds. And now for exploring the parts of seed, let's cut these all. So I am going to use this cutter here, this paper cutter. So now let's start cutting this pea. So now first you will see that if you will see the seed, yes, so if you will see this seed, it is just covered with a green covering. This is a green covering. It is known as the seed coat, and the seed coat protects the seed. So just peel it off. Here I am peeling it. Carefully here. And we had peeled that out. Just a moment, I am peeling it. Yes. So it is getting peeled off. Can you see this? Now let's peel all this here. Just a moment, I am going to show you this. Yes. So this is the seed coat here, and this is the seed. Now if you will notice this out, here is a very little baby plant, basically the embryo of this baby plant. Can you see this? It is very, very small. Let me show you. Yes. So as you can see, this is the seed, this is the embryo or the baby plant. Now, do you know what? That if we will do like this, can you see? It is separated into two parts. It is separated into two parts, this and this. Now this was the embryo, very small thing as you can see here. And these two, do you know what are they? I think you know about them. They are known as the cotyledons. Now what is the use of this cotyledon? What is the function of this cotyledons? So the function of the cotyledons is to provide the food to the baby plant. So as we all know that the baby plant doesn't have any leaves so that they can do the photosynthesis. So if they have no leaves, so how can they eat the food? So because of that, these cotyledons carry the food for the baby plant, and then baby plant, when it grows, it uses that food from the cotyledons. Now, if you will see the baby plant, in that there are two parts, root and shoot. Now, they are known as the plumule and radicule. Now, what is the spelling of this plumule? So, the spelling of the plumule is Plumule, and the spelling of radicule is Radicle. Now, the radicule grows into the root. When it grows, when the embryo grows, the radicule becomes the root and the plumule becomes the shoot. What is the shoot? The upper stem and the leaves. Now, as we had seen that in the seed of the pea, here we had seen the two cotyledons. Is it true for all the seeds? So now let's find out by cutting the sprouts. Oh wow, so can you see this? This is the baby plant which is grown. Now let's cut this sprout also. Just let me put this here. And now let's cut this seed. So here, first I am going to remove the covering, outer covering or the seed coat. So here, as you can see, it is getting removed. Let me remove this out and then I will show you. And now here we are now ready. So this thing, as you can see, is the seed coat of the seed. This is the seed coat of the seed, and here is the seed. Now if you will see that this is the baby plant, which is just a little grown, and here, can you see these? So this also has two cotyledons. This is the cotyledons. So this also has the cotyledons. So is it true for all the baby? Is it true for all the seeds? Oh, here we are left with the corn seed also. So let's take it out here also. So before checking the corn seed, let's have a look to the plumule and the radicel. I think it is more visible here. So this thing is the radicel, which will grow into the roots. This thing, and here, if it is visible, here is a very little leaves type. They are not green here, but here is a little leaf-like shape, and this is the plumule, which is going to grow into the shoot. So this is the shoot and this is the root. Wow, rhyming, root, shoot. Now let's put this here and let's check the corn seed. Now, so here, as you can see, let's remove the seed coat here. So here it is just removed. So can you see here that one very interesting thing? This is the seed coat first. So can you see here that this seed, I can't see any two cotyledons. Where is the second cotyledon? Can you see the second cotyledon? I'm not able to see that. So basically, do you know that the corn seed doesn't have two cotyledons? It has only one cotyledon, which you can see here. Do you want to see the embryo? Where is the embryo? Okay, so for seeing the embryo, let's cut this seed, and I think we will see the embryo of the seed. So, oh wow, so we get that embryo here out. This is very small basically. So, and this thing is the cotyledon. So that means that a corn seed has only one cotyledon, and the sprouts and the pea seed has two cotyledons. So by this we can put the seeds into two categories, dicot and monocot. So dicot means two and cot means cotyledons. So two cotyledons. So when a seed has two cotyledons, it is known as the dicot seed, and when it has only one cotyledon, it is known as monocot. Now mono means one and cot means cotyledon. So one cotyledon. Now here I think that it is clear to you, monocot and dicot. One more thing I want to tell you is that by seeing the structure of the seed, you can tell that plant, the specific plant is going to have which type of venation or which type of root system. Now, let's see. So, if a plant, if the seed has the dicot, it means that it is going to have the reticulate venation, and then it is going to have, if there is a reticulate venation, of course there is going to be the taproot system. And if the seed is monocot, then that means that plant which is going to grow from that seed is going to have the parallel venation, and hence if there is a parallel venation, there is going to be the fibrous root system. So very simple connection. If there is a dicot seed, so dicot is equal to the reticulate venation and it is equal to the fibrous root system. And if there is a monocot, so monocot is equal to the parallel venation, which is equal to the fibrous root system. So I think it is crystal clear to you. And now let's talk about the food. So let me keep these here at a side so that we can talk about the food. Yes. So now let's talk about the food. So first thing, as we all know that the plants are the primary source of the food. So if there will be no plants, we can't get our food. So you can say that the animals, we can eat the animals, right? As we take the meat or the milk and the milk products. But do you know that the plants are the main source? The main source of food. As we all know that the sun is the main source of energy, and the plants are the one which takes directly that energy from the sunlight and produces the food. And then the animals which feed on the plants, they eat that plant and get that same energy. And then when the animals which feed on other animals like the lion, tiger, leopard, crocodile and so on, when they eat that animal which feed on plant, so they get the same energy. So that's how the plants are the main source of food. Now, do you know that we eat a lot of parts of the plant? Basically all the parts of plant. We eat all the parts of the plant. The root, stem, leaf, and then flowers and so on. Now, do you know what is the, first let's learn the difference between the vegetable and a fruit. So the difference between the vegetable and a fruit is that a fruit is said to be a fruit when it is grown from the flower. For example, the brinjals, tomato and many more. So they grow from the flower and that's why they are known as the fruit. Now you will say that brinjal is a vegetable. How can we say that it is a fruit? So brinjal is a fruit of the plant, but it is used as vegetable. Basically it is a fruit. What is a fruit? The fruit is the food which grows from the flower. So it is the fruit, but it is used as vegetable. It is the fruit of the plant. That's okay. But we use that brinjal, we use that fruit as the vegetable. But basically it is the fruit. So the food which grows from the flower is known as the fruit. And when a food which we get from the other parts of the plant, for example the roots and the stem and the leaves. So they are said to be the vegetables. Like potato, so it is the stem, and we have the carrots, which is the root. So we can say that these two are the vegetables. But we can't say that the brinjal is a vegetable. We use it as vegetable, but it is a fruit. And now let's explore the different food items here which I have. So let's start with the spinach. So I have here 2 spinach leaves. Now as you can see that we also eat the leaves of the plant. The perfect example is the spinach, as you can see here. So we also eat the leaves of some plant. Now we also eat the seed of some plant, right? Like the corns and the sprouts. Here we have some corns, and here we have some sprouts and some peas. So we also eat the seeds of a plant. So what more we can eat, or what are the what are the other parts of plant which we eat? What about this carrot? So we also eat the carrot and the radish, and these are the examples of the root. These are the roots of the stem. And do you know that if you will keep a carrot into the water and open in the sunlight, so it will start, this carrot will, the small roots will start coming out of this carrot. Basically it is the tap root. It is the main stem of the root. The carrot and the radish are the main stems, and the small roots come out from the main stem. So that's why it is a taproot system. It belongs to the taproot system. Now we have potato, and as you know that the potato is the stem of the plant. Now if you will put this potato underground, you will start looking that these eyes, this is known as the eyes. So these small depressions or the holes which is made on the potato, this start growing into the plant. Now this potato is the underground stem. It is referred to be an underground stem of the plant. We can't see it as the root. The potato is not classified as a root. It is known as the underground stem. So potato is the stem of the plant. And what about this onion? Now this onion, as you can see, is the bulb of the plant. Now what is this bulb? So bulb you can think of as the derivative of the stem. So they are a little, you can say, like a stem, but these are the bulbs which are the derivatives of the stem. Bulb is a derivative of the stem. Now here we have chili, and I think that we should cut it and explore a very interesting thing here. So I am going to cut this chili here. So here we had just cutted the chili. Yes. So yes, so it is very spicy, as you all know. Now, do you know that if we will go to the flowering stage of the chili, so we will see that this green covering was the ovary. That means that ovary grows into the fruit. And these very small, can you see these seeds just here? So these were the ovules. means that the ovule grows into the seed, and the ovary grows into the fruit. So here, these was the ovules in the flowering stage of this plant, this fruit, and these were the ovary. So ovaries grows into the fruit and the ovules grows into the seed. So I think that it is also clear to you. Now let's end our video over here, and thank you for watching this video, and have a cheerful day ahead. If you want any improvement in me, so you can comment it in the comment box. Thank you.